Hello everyone, welcome to day 249 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. I'll play e4, they play e5, so knight f3. They play the Petrov's defense, which I really don't like. I don't think d4 is good. I think they're trying to get me to play knight c3, which I'll do. Then bring my bishop out. Try to target my knight. I have this move, which hits the bishop and the knight. I can also just take here now, but then the queen comes out. I think I might play a3 here. Open up my queen. They just play like this, that's fine. I'll pin their knight. Their queen also comes up. I'll develop my bishop here. Could go back to defend it. I could also just castle now. I don't like the fact they can pressure this. Could kick this away now and expand like this. They're making good moves. I could probably just play queen up and castle. I don't like castling short though, because they can probably sacrifice their bishop to bring their queen in. I could castle long, which seems okay. They want to weaken my structure, which is fine, I guess. They go ahead and castle. I can castle long this way. Now I'm playing against their knight. I think I can play for the dark squares because I have this light squared bishop. So I'll probably play b4 here. They're just going to develop probably to b6. I'll just play for the dark squares this game, I think. We're already in an endgame basically. Obviously taking here is a terrible choice. So I can just go back. And they could, by taking, they undouble my pawns, so it's actually good for me if they take. Although I can't really push this now. I should probably start bringing my rook forward, trying to activate this. This rook doesn't really have any squares. Although if I play rook d5, they have two moves which attack my rook, so I can't really play that. Although rook d5, I am attacking this, so maybe that's something I should play. Rook d5, attacking this. I can keep my rook on this square as well, because if they push, I just take her. Rook d5 seems okay. I'm just attacking a pawn. They stop that move. They could be trying to come here. You could go for this to attack this and to pin it to their rook. They probably want to play for this square, and I actually have no way of stopping them from getting there, which could be quite bad for me. I think my plan should be still to try and attack this. I can't do that at the moment. I could play here and attack this, but then they just push me away. But that would weaken this, so I could play bishop here, and if it takes, they can stop pushing. I mean, I think I have to try and force a weakness from them here. But okay, they just go ahead and take, which is fine. I can take with the rook now though to attack this. I think taking with the rook is actually better than with the pawn. They could push here to be annoying to me. Then my king is very safe. They go ahead and defend. I could play here and they can never really push it. I could also push through myself and just make a blockade here. I can stop pushing this pawn. I think I should activate my rook. My other rook. I could push through here, but then I lose this. And their rook can come in here, which is very bad for me. I shouldn't really be activating my king in an endgame like this. So I think for now I'll just play king here. They can't push. They can play rook d8 and then push. Then I'd have to go back. I guess I could maybe run my king. I could actually run my king into these squares and try to attack this base of the pawn chain. So here I'm not forced to take, but if they take, they can win a pawn here, which would be very bad for me. If I push, they can take. I mean, taking here, I'm putting myself under attack. Although taking if they take this is pinned to the rook, but I can't really attack it. And if I push, they can take. If I push, I am attacking a pawn. If I push and they take, I can take here. If I push and they take, I don't really know what to play here. I could just defend the pawn with the rook move like this. That looks like a complete draw, to be honest. It's either defend or actually push through. I think I'll push through. I just don't want a draw. I think a draw would be very boring this game. They actually choose to take here, and I guess they can stop pushing this pawn maybe, but I think I'll just push through. Because I guess the back rank is protected and I can always play rook over. I could take towards the center, or this way. Not sure which way is better for me. Probably taking or towards the center is better for me just because my king would be able to come through this way. So now I'm attacking this. They're just going to push, so I'm fine with that. But if I take and they push, I can probably make it to the back rank in time. What is this move? Why did they take here? If I take, they promote. But I take and then I mean, I guess that's very drawish, but now I'm just up a pawn and they can. I mean, I'll just start pushing like this. They can't really check me over here. Yeah, they're trying to get behind the pawn, but that's what I'm going to do. They can't get behind the pawn. I guess I should activate my king here, although I should also start pushing. Well, now if I give a check, they can take here. This is under attack. Although I still have this move. But now they can start pushing here. And they do. I do have this check. But then the king takes here, and I have to get behind this pawn. I just have no way of getting to this square, which is a problem. And if I step back, they can just take here. I guess that's an even trade, but they take here. They defend like this. I can hide behind my own pawn. If they come in to defend, which they can't do, I have this move. I have cut the king off. I won't take the draw. Their king can't really stop me from doing anything here. Though I can't really push through this, it seems like an absolute draw here. They can check me, but then I just step up. Or even down. I can keep giving checks, but then their king comes forward, so I can't play that. I could play here. They can give a check and then push. Although I cannot allow them to push now. They can give me a check. I could run upwards, but that seems quite dangerous with their rook there. Instead, I'll drop back. Just go and attack my pawn. Although a check now would force their king down, and another would force their king over. I'll just go ahead and take here. This does seem absolutely like a draw. And they go ahead and accept the draw. And this is just a draw, so let's look at this game. I played with a 76.6, they played with a 78.5. I had 2 blunders and 5 mistakes this game. They had 2 mistakes. And at one point in the endgame I was completely losing because of a mistake that I made. But luckily for me they missed it, so in the middle of the game I was actually completely winning. I had a huge advantage, but I didn't know how to win this, so let's see this from the beginning. I don't really like the Petrov's attack, or Petrov's defense. This does help black a lot because my pawns are already weak. It's better to take with the pawn actually, even though I'm attacking this. And f4 was actually the best move. I thought it would maybe be a bad move, but it's actually a good move. It's actually me who's up a pawn now. Even though I get my rooks behind the pawn, I should have played rook to e1 straight away to just stop the pawn from ever moving, and then brought my other rook to attack it, which would actually win me the pawn. This move would just stop them from being able to, I guess if they pushed. I guess this would be very, very bad for me because they'd be able to promote. But I guess rook a6 is the only move that works there. I find it, and then I find rook a1 to defend the back rank. And them taking a pawn is just a mistake. This had to be a bad move, and it definitely was one. Because I just win the pawn there. And I can stop pushing. This was a blunder, which allowed for rook e6. And I guess if I push, then they'd have a fork, which is why it's a blunder. I didn't calculate then, I should have seen them. They played rook e7 luckily for me, which gives me time to defend myself. And c4 was a mistake. I had to start bringing my king up to force the rook away. Instead I played 2 moves very quickly and the game is just drawn at this point. I should have played king a3 and walked my king up the board. That's a mistake, which allows for c5. I had to actually play rook c4 to defend this and keep an eye on this. Instead I play rook b5, which is wrong. This is a blunder. I should have brought my king up. And he'd be completely winning. Let's say they played h3. I'd have a5, king a5. Or actually rook a5. Just going for this. And they can't do anything here. I can get back to defend this, which is probably the idea. And let's say they make another move. I get back to defend. Instead they allow for this. I allow for this, which is actually just a complete draw. And it's actually safer for me to accept the draw or even offer one. This was a mistake. Going back was terrible for me. They had to find rook a3, which stops my... Oh, rook a3 is a very good move. If I take, I walk into this and lose the game. Rook a3 is really good. It stops my king from crossing this lane. They missed the move though, and so the game is actually drawn. And they accept the draw. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.